my favorite word is still cringe because that's just so relatable. So thinking about cringe, there was like a time when I was like much younger. You know, there were those games, always those games like what is the most awkward moment that happened in your life? It's like if it's truth or dare or like any social game. It used to get me super nervous. It's like, oh my god, what did I say? I'm so weird. What? I can't let people find out that I'm weird, you know? So I have to like, what do I say to not be socially rejected by everyone? What do I say so I'm not gonna like end up alone with 1,000 cats? The cringiest thing that happened to me, I think I actually thought that like the cringiest thing that happened to me was when I was sitting in a bus going to school in the morning. It was like 4 seat place when two and two seats are facing each other. And so the bus was packed. Well, the fourth seat was like taken. I was in one of them. And I think a girl was sitting next to me. Yeah. A girl was sitting next to me. You know, that girl was like kind of like, yeah, she was a nice girl. I think a couple of times we sat together, like, but we never spoke. Whatever. The point was like, you know, I was like fidgeting with my bags in my lap, you know. I had a bag, the school bag, and I had a gym bag on top of that. It was like, I was like super young. It was like in elementary school, primary school. I was a teenager, pretty young teenager. And I was like, I don't know. I just like was fidgeting with my bag, and my thumb got stuck in the thing on my bag. So the zipper has like a little handle, which is like a circle. You pull the handle on the zipper, and it closes the zipper. Right? I'm sure there's a name for it, but it's like zipper handle, and it's like a metal circle. So my thumb got stuck in my bag's zipper handle, and I felt it. I was like, oh, it's not a big deal. I will just like, I can sort it out. It's not weird at all. But I like peeked to see. It's like I didn't want it to like bring it to anyone's attention, so I just like peeked there to see my thumb stuck in my zipper's handle. And as I see there, it was not my bag, guys. It was not my bag zipper handle. It was the girl's bag's zipper handle. And my thumb got stuck in her zipper handle. Guys, oh my god. I was like, what? No. I was like panicking. What do I do? It's so awkward. It's gonna be so cringe. And she even like, I think she was like getting off before me. I remembered it because yeah, I sit next to her like sometimes even before that. And I knew that soon she will want to get off the bus, and my thumb was stuck in her zipper handle. Oh my god! I was like, oh my god, and I couldn't like, I didn't want it to like bring any attention to it, and because it would have been cringe, you know, guys. Yeah, just tell. Oh my god, this happened. I'm so lame. Can you like, let's do something about it, because I know you will have to get off the bus. So I'm sorry, but no, I was like, I have to keep it a secret. I have to solve this by myself with one hand because my other hand, I didn't, I didn't, I didn't want to bring any attention to it. It was like, okay, I'm gonna like, like operation, like precise movement. And so I was like trying to like get the zipper handle off my finger, and it was like super, super stressful because the stop was coming, was approaching, her stop on the bus was approaching. So I was like, oh my god, let me just please just get it off somehow. And I don't know how, but it after like a couple of minutes, I somehow I did it. It came off, and I was like, oh, wow, that was a catastrophe averted. I can live. I can still live. I'm not humiliated. I'm not a social reject at the moment. I didn't have to become a social reject in that situation. I didn't have to be cringe in that situation with random strangers, so it wouldn't even matter. But yeah, I was like super relieved that I didn't have to go through that super awkward situation. Which, if I was like a cool person, it would have been like a funny story, I guess. But I was not a cool person. I was not a cool person. I was like, I have to deal with this and no one can know about it. I was like that kind of person. There's like a couple people. I feel like I'm horrible, so I have to act perfect so people would just like me. Yeah, so it was crazy. I was crazy. But yeah, people did not really like me. I did not have like a lot of friends, I guess, because it was not like that. It's in really it's just being sociable. You just gotta approach everyone to talk. You just talk to people, and that's how you get friends. You just approach everyone, and I didn't get that, so I was like super awkward and super lonely. And I was waiting for people to approach me because I thought that I'm not good at approaching people, and I was like, I have to talk with people. And it was a catastrophe. Imagine me like either sitting at my desk and waiting for someone to talk to me, and when someone was talking to me, I was like, "Oh hi, yes, yes, yes. Oh my god, it's perfect. Yeah, yeah, yeah." And I was like sitting in silence, and if anyone was coming to me, I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." I was just like super overwhelmingly friendly because I was trying to be nice, and I know it's just like you talk to people, but I don't know. You have to approach as well. If someone approaches you, you have to approach them back the next time, I guess. So that wasn't really a good strategy. And other times I was like, yeah, yeah, guys, I know it's super cringe, but this is our topic for today. So we'll talk about cringe. Yeah, you know it. You know it. We'll talk about cringe today. So the other thing I did when I was trying to be sociable, or like trying to have like, yeah, when I was trying to be sociable, I was like, there was like a bunch of people talking, and I was like, went there and like blurted out something when other people were talking. So I didn't know. I was super nervous, I guess. I was super nervous. I didn't know how to like get into the conversation to people to like me. I didn't know how to like didn't know how to like, yeah, wait for my turn, I guess, in a conversation, or how to like, you know, insert something. I didn't know how to use, how you just say something in like a group conversation. Group conversations, by the way, are so awkward. Let me get on. Let me get on that. Let me get back on that. But first, let's finish this story. So, I was just blurted out something, and everyone was like, they tried to pretend that I didn't say anything, or they were like awkwardly like, yeah, okay, and they were like talking like nothing had happened, and I was like, okay, I was just there and like listen to the conversation, and I didn't know I was like super awkward kid. I was like, there's a group of people and there are like individuals in the group, and I was like couldn't really like separate. I couldn't really like realize. I was like, oh my god, this is this group of people, it's scary. I'm like, how do I talk in a group? I didn't see the individuals in a group. I was like, or when I wanted to like talk to an individual, then I didn't see the group then behind that person. So I was like talking to just one person who was like in a group talking. It was super weird, whatever. So let me get back on the group, talking in a group. It's like, I don't know how that works in like how kids talk, how, because I was like an awkward, shy kid, you know? So I was like, yeah, I was like, but I was funny. It was kind of funny. It still didn't have friends, but I was funny at least. And I was like, I could like throw in one liners and people were laughing. Sometimes I felt good about myself. I definitely felt good about my jokes a lot of times. I just like shoot one liners into the conversations when someone was like taking a breath. I was like, and I have like a good logical mind, so I like great associations, and like with humor that's like super, it could be super funny, and it is super funny because yeah, I'm a funny person, no doubt in that. So yeah, I did that, but yeah, and I still realize myself that whatever I'm in a group, I still just like, now I could talk. Now I see that people expect me to talk even, and I was like, I'm just like, oh, I'm waiting for you to talk, and I will just, I don't know, I don't really participate in the conversation because that's what I learned when I was a kid. Wow, this is so weird. I try to push myself to talk and like share my thoughts, but it's like still super like I still feel super weird about it. I feel like I just, it doesn't make sense. I'm like just babbling, yapping. I'm just yapping at this point, basically. But yeah, but I know it's okay because growing up I saw that people are just yapping in these conversations, so they didn't really make sense. I was like I was putting so much pressure on myself to like make sense when I talk with people, but you don't have to. So how does this work? How can you talk in a group conversation? When is your time to speak up? It's just weird. It's gonna stay weird for me forever. And I, because I didn't learn it, I'm just like either not saying anything, and why wait the people just talk it out, and I'm just like comment on like if they are wrong, I'm just gonna comment that yeah, you're wrong. And well, actually the correct thing to which people hate, if they are corrected they hate it. So i'm I'm trying to like not do that anymore, or I'm yapping like nonsense. Like, oh yeah, 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 I did that yesterday. I tell them my day, and I was like, yeah, I got up, like, dude, book, and like, blah. And I'm like looking to like, uh, yeah, this is my conversation. I hope you are like happy with it. I'm hoping that it satisfies you, this conversation, because I'm yapping to fill this conversation. I hope that you are happy hearing me say that I got up and I like went to the shop and like, I don't know, do oat milk, or I went to my, or I exercise. And yeah, I'm like hoping that clap for me now because I'm doing the conversation. What do you mean? What do you mean you're not happy about it? Because that's another thing. What I do is like, I'm waiting for, you know, to clap, people to clap. How pathetic is that? Seriously, how pathetic is that? If I, every time I just say something, I wait for people to like, oh wow, good job, you said something, yoo-hoo, you're super funny, oh my god, yes. How pathetic is that? Like seriously, how pathetic is that, that I do that? Super cringy. And I wish that I could just shake that habit off, but I don't know how. Imagine like, imagine people are like randomly talking and sharing like opinions, and they're like, I read the book on Harry Potter, and I liked it. And they say like, in the fifth book, my favorite part was when Harry did the spell, and I'm like, oh, I don't read books, but I started one book. I started one of the Harry Potter books, but I couldn't finish it. But I love the movies though, and oh my god, it seemed normal, you know. But that's the only thing I say in the whole entire conversation, and I'm like waiting for them to like, okay, I said something. Are you like gonna like appreciate me saying something? Are you gonna be like happy about it that I said something? And they don't. They don't even when they like answer like, yeah, cool. I'm like, okay, they acknowledged it. But if they like just didn't say anything, because people usually don't say anything to like random comment, if they don't have anything in response, if there's a group, is that if there's just like two people, then they like, oh okay, that's interesting, I read some of the books, and like, yeah, I like reading. But if there is a group, or even if there's just two people, they, even then they don't they don't really answer a lot of the times if I just say some opinion or like some comment about myself. And those times when people don't answer, I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, that comment that I only watched the books, what I only watched the movies and didn't read the book was so lame. How could anyone ever say that comment? Oh my god, I'm never gonna say any comment ever, and I'm gonna read all the books. These are my crazy thoughts when I just didn't, when people don't cheer if I say some, oh, like, let's say in the past, when people didn't cheer or didn't acknowledge that I said something, I'm just, those crazy thoughts on like, oh my god, I'm so lame. I have no friends at all. Please just end my suffering right here, right now. No one likes me and I'm incapable of living. And yeah, it sounds sad, but like, if you think about like the thing, if you think about what I said, that I just like don't read books, it's like super awkward. It's like, okay, what do you want me to say about that? Like, okay, it's like you didn't you didn't put anything like valuable into the conversation. What do you want me to say about that? Like, if you put those things together, it sounds like, oh my god, yeah, it sounds like I'm crazy, and I like, and yeah, it's perfect. Now now I am super comfortable on that one molecule which separates crazy from like smart. So I'm really comfortable on that one particle which separates crazy from smart, because I'm kind of smart. I have logical thinking. What is logic? What is logic without, if you can't control your emotions? What good is logic for if you can't control your emotions? That is a great question. I'm either crazy or I'm smart. That's your answer. And I'm comfortable on that one particle, on that like one atom, one molecule on the line which separates it. And I'm like super comfortable being there between crazy and smart. It's not a science fiction movie. It's life. Come on. Just get a hold of yourself. Just try to be like in touch with reality. Like me on that one. When I like think about people not applauding me for saying something in a conversation. Yeah, yeah. I need a touch of reality as well, which we can add into the cringe things to do list that we did today. And I'm super glad that we did it, and it was super cringe. The whole thing was super cringe. So I hope you liked it. If you liked it cringely, that is also acceptable. This is also okay. I'm gonna ask you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell if it's not cringe. If it's cringe, then do it for the fun of it. Like the video. If you liked it, then like the video. And comment what part was the most cringy about this video. What did you really cringe about? I know it's super hard to choose, but I trust you to make like a good trust you to make a good decision on what cringe part you include in the comments. So, and watch my other videos where I act because it's entertaining. Remember, I'm on that one particle that separates crazy from funny. No, crazy from smart, which is funny. So check it out and laugh. And if we are so far in the cringe territory, then I can say is this motivational cringe saying, and it is, don't be afraid to love. Yeah, I let that sink in. Goodbye.